Jay McCarrol from Nirvana the band. You might be wondering, where's Matt from Nirvana the band? Yeah. You have to say something. I'm right here. I know. Yeah. Look at how bright I go versus how dark I can get. So you'll know how engaged we are.
By how close you go?
Literally, what's that called? It's not pathetic fallacy, but it's like the character will become darker as he gets
more sinister.
Yeah.
But it's kind of interesting because Jay is totally bright and you're dark, so you're representing both sides.
This is like the way we are on the show. We're from Canada, so we don't really have Skype. Skype just reached our shores.
No way, you're lying.
That's the truth. Skype was just invented up here a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, wasn't. I was in Finland, and it worked fine in Finland.
Are you Finnish?
No, I wish I was Finnish. I just have a weird obsession. Are you?
Yeah, I can tell you a lot of great war stories about the Finnish people. Here's what they used to do. During World War II, they called it the Winter War, when Russia was invading them, trying to get a land bridge over to Germany. What they would do is the Finns would wait for massive platoons of Russians to go over lakes that the Russians didn't know were lakes because they were frozen. And the Finns would have set dynamite charges all around the lake. And so they'd blow all the charges right when like 2,000 or 3,000 Russian soldiers were all over this lake, and then they just disappear. And so legends would go back to Russia that the Finns had ghosts working for them. The entire platoons of men just disappear because that's what it was like. There was no like videotaping that ever got back. Like there was no news correspondence. Yeah. So the whole army would just disappear. How did that work out? It worked well. They lost the war eventually, but they call it a victory because they were able to hold out for like a year and a half or something. It's a proud part of our culture.
That's pretty clever. How did the entire show and the ideas attached to it just like come to be from the beginning?
Gosh, a simple one. How did the ideas come together?
Yeah, were you just sitting on the couch one day and you were like, wow, I think
that's actually exactly how it happened. We were together as friends, and we were just talking about ideas. We were just really thinking about what we wanted. We wanted to do something. We both moved to Toronto together at the same time. Yes, it is. The way you always tell the story the worst way. No, I like the way I tell the story because it sounds so stupid. You want to know the short answer? We were just filming ourselves talking about the show, and that was it. That's what I was going to.
Why were you filming yourself?
Like, all the sun moved. No, I gotta move closer to get this. Let's move the whole table.
I know, I keep seeing it shaking.
A chain gang?
No, it's shaking. Like, the thing is shaking. The camera.
It's the table that we are leaning on. So Jay and I moved in with one another, and we thought, man, it would be great to make something if we had a show. And then we started, I started playing on the piano, and he started workshopping ideas of what we could do. And then we thought, and then pretty much that's when episode 1 started. That's right.
So it was almost accidental.
We pretty much made it up as we went along, yeah. This is so ridiculous. Look at my face. My whole body's dark.
Yeah, but your head is so bright.
No, so I was wearing something different. That's just my look. Yeah, but you know what? You know what? The way to answer that question is to say that when we started the show, we didn't think it was going to be we had no idea that it was going to be a show. Yeah. You know what I mean? We were just goofing around. And then it became a show after maybe the 3rd episode. We decided that we would try to take it more seriously.
So now you guys are going to look back on this in 20 years and be like, this is what I was doing. That's a good keepsake.
That's what we thought too.
Now, alright, so a lot of your fans list their favorite sketch as Update Day, but I want to know what your personal favorite is out of, whether it's episodes or the adventures, just what your favorite part was.
It's different watching it than it was being there. I think my favorite thing that we did was, I don't even know. Well, I liked Update Day too. Oh, and Hobbies. Both Update Day and Hobbies were shot and edited in one night, and conceived too. Like we just got together with Jared, our main guy, shot all of our episodes, and we just
workshopped a way to get these ideas, and we just really, really quickly shot them, and we just had a lot of laughs and got it all done in like one night. That's when we were really starting to like fly with ideas, and it was a fun pace to work at.
It was around the same time both Jay, myself, and Jared started using cocaine a lot. Because when we started being able to do an entire thing in one night, or do an entire thing in just a day. That's when all of our stuff started getting really funny and really kinetic.
Yeah. we were just working at a pace that we've never worked before. Yeah.
Tell me some of the adventures of filming, just getting away with all the stuff you got away with pretty much.
I think that the best thing we did was when we pretended. Just all
I was wondering the same thing.
So wicked. Can't answer properly if you're just looking at yourself.
You're looking at yourself?
No, I'm not. I'm looking at the. See, I've never used this thing before, Angela. So give me a break. So the best thing was when we did that thing at the Rivoli where I was blind and the car.
Oh, that was a very big.
Big stunt. That was crazy to do.
That took a long. It took a full day. It doesn't even actually look like that big of a
thing, but it was so hard.
Or a punked episode.
Because we had to set everything up, and none of the people who were there knew it was happening except for the guy with the books. So nobody there knew what was going on.
But we had a stunt driver in place to hit Matt.
Even though it doesn't look like I get hit that hard.
I know, it looks like you just got bumped.
Yeah, I did just get bumped. But I really played it out like I got hurt bad.
In front of a lot of people.
And so if you think about it, it doesn't seem like much, but if you pretend to be blind and get hit by a car, and can anyway, people are like, oh my god. And so they all were like, oh no, what happened to you?
Funny thing is that I ran into the waiter that helped Matt up like a couple months later after the episode had come out, and I walked by him on the street as I was passing the street, and he recognized me, and he looked at me and he gave me this look like, I know what you did. He gave me this look. He's like, I know. I know what you did. And so then I was just like, oh, okay. And I didn't know if I had to apologize. And I said, but did you like it? Did you like it? And he goes, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. So we got to approval. Give me a mustache. Give me a mustache. Hold on.
And a half a beard.
I give you a full beard like this. No, you gotta get your shirt going, because that's where it's prime real estate. How about that? That's just so bright. I'm not even. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you got the beard there. Now do your homework. Marge.
That's the only word I know. That kind of sounds like home. But I can do a pretty good Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah? Go for it.
Let's move the whole thing forward so we can get more of this light in there. Okay. Elaine! No! Poppy peed on my sofa! He peed on my sofa, George! Drive it up!
Oh my god, that's spot on!
How humiliated you'll be when you watch this. If, let's say this becomes a video, and you watch that later. You know I'll be proud.
That was so impressive.
I know how to be relaxed on the screen. You don't. You come off as
I'm exploring the format.
Inauthentic.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Ask the next question. Tell us who the company gives a more authentic answer.
Oh man, I have to be the judge of this? Alright. So, having been a few years, what do you miss about doing the show, and what are you, if anything, are you thinking of doing in the future?
That's a good question. I'm already done. I think the thing we miss the most is probably not hanging out with each other. You know what? The regularity and the deadlines that we had, that it's been hard not having those. And it's been hard not feeling like we're working on something important. That was hard too. But we're making a movie, like we're making a Nirvana the Band feature film.
Really?
So, yeah, we're going to make Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie.
In fact, you know what's really exciting for you, if you think this is exciting, is that this is the first interview or any press that we've done about this movie. So you've heard it here first on Infectious Magazine. Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie, TBA. release date DBA.
I asked before if you guys were creating something else. That's the last thing I asked.
We're doing a movie, making a movie.
Yeah, I know. I remember now.
You're gonna love it. It's wicked. It's gonna be really funny. We're going on a cross Canada tour, opening for all of the best bands in Canada.
No way.
Yeah. And we're gonna get a Winnebago and deck it out just like our apartment with a piano and all the same stuff, and take it on a tour with these bands all across the country.
And you'll have your desktop.
Yes, we'll have our desktop computers.
We'll need to discuss power source.
And David Grohl from the Foo Fighters is going to be in it.
He's not going to be in it. He said that. All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Who writes the cartoons on the website?
A lot of different people. One of them being his ex-girlfriend. One of them, the first one ever was drawn by, well, the first three ever were drawn by a good friend of mine named J.M. McNabb. He's in the show as well in episode 7. He plays the piano with Jay. Good guy. He plays the guitar. He's got a beard. He's one of the funniest people I know. He's married to Lisa Kennedy. He doesn't still have that beard. Yes, he does.
I hope he does, because that's how I'm going to identify him.
A thin beard, but like long hairs. Oh my god. He's got a great beard. He's very handsome. He did the first 3 comics, and then our other friend Mike Nathan, who plays the guy with the headphones and the books.
Oh yeah.
He drew the comics. You can sort of tell by the look of them. And he drew comic number 2 and 4 and 6, 7, and then girl named Vicky Norino, who's a graphic illustrator in Toronto. She drew the ones that look like really crazy towards the end. I think 8 and 9.
I'm gonna have to go now. I'm gonna have to look, and I'm gonna have to see, because I've never even noticed a difference, like different styles or
You
anything.
can see the stuff will really change. Styles does change.
I know that you've said before that everything's very much scripted and everything, but are there any elements of real life in there, whether it's personality-wise or just, like moments?
None of the show was ever scripted.
I thought you said before that, like, not here, but I thought I had read that you said that it was scripted.
Well, maybe lied to somebody and said that. I mean,
Maybe you're lying to me.
No, we're not. We didn't script anything yet. It's scripted in the sense that we knew what scene we were shooting and what had to happen. Have you seen the Little Wayne documentary?
No.
The way Little Wayne raps is like he'll just sort of freestyle a little bit or write a little bit out loud and then cut himself and then edit it and then rap a little bit more and cut it all together so it seems like it's one big solid thing. That's the exact same way that we would write or shoot. We would just shoot a bit and then start again and shoot a little bit, and we just make everything up, and then we edit it all to make a coherent story afterwards. It's the exact same thing.
Well, we had a rough, coherent story going into it, but the amount of changes and the big sort of scalpel that we took to the story in editing was massive.
Yeah. But yeah, but we basically just acted like ourselves, except kind of stupid, and we sort of waited to see what would happen. To say but other than that, Jay and I aren't really musicians.
You went to Berkeley, so he is.
No, he dropped out.
Yeah, but he had to get in.
He dropped out.
What just happened?
I think Matt wishes that he was a musician, but I guess you can say that he's the only real poser on Nirvana the band. You can take this next one.
It's fun. We have it on the table, right? So we can go from one of us to the other, kind of like in that 70s show.
Oh.
You know what it was a lot like? What's that show? It's a lot like how I imagine they make the show Curb Your Enthusiasm. Well, I have a feeling
It's exactly like how they make Curb Your Enthusiasm.
the way they write it.
No, maybe not the way they write it, the way they edit it. Well, actually, no, because we took larger liberties, and in fact, yeah, we did some crazy things that no production would ever allow us to do, because we would go in with an episode in mind. We have a story, a rough story. We'll go in, we'll shoot it, we'll say, okay, this scene, this has to happen. this has to happen here, and then we'll shoot it, and then we'll go back in editing, and then we'll find, as we watch it back, that there's a lot of these funny moments, and then just create from there maybe a whole new story, because some of the stuff that we found was so much funnier than what we had conceived in the first place. So then we'd maybe have a new storyline, or one that was like much different, and we go, okay, well that means we need to go back and shoot some gaps, I guess, to connect the dots that we want to go for now. So then we go back and we shoot some more stuff, and it was a very different way of shooting things.
But it was a lot of fun, and it meant that we could do it in our spare time, which was important. I think, anybody can really make a show like this.
Guilty pleasure.
Yeah. Oh, she's asking.
No, what is your guilty pleasure?
I guess Skype interviews.
That can't be a guilty pleasure. It has to be like you like In Sync or something.
Guilty pleasures. He thinks those Zach Galifianakis interviews are funny.
They are funny.
Well, here we go.
Between two firms.
He thinks pretty much everything that is stupid is funny. He's like, oh,
You
did you
think
think this?
everything that is funny
Stupid. I think everything you think is stupid is funny. I think everything you think is fun is stupid.
Well, that makes us pretty damn good friends, doesn't it?
I know,
Why don't you ask us why we stopped making the show?
Yeah.
Okay, why did you stop making the show?
We couldn't see eye to eye artistically on the direction of it. Jay wanted to take it in more of a...
Matt was emotionally unstable.
It's great to review the Goo Goo Dolls, but...
No, they're
Did you ask them how old they were?
No, that's so mean. I think they're...
But that would be the first question. That would be Matt's question. Hey, I'm here with the Goo Goo Dolls.
Hire Matt.
I'm here with the Goo Goo Dolls. So, guys, it's 2011. I think that fucking City of Angels song came out in... Was it 1996? So, everyone wants to know, how old are you guys?
Well, they've been around for 25 years. They just had their 25... Is that you holding out the microphone? I'm not them. I can't answer.
Yeah.
But they've been around for 25 years, so I know they're up there in age. But they're still... They're touring. They're coming around here July 19th. So, they're still kicking.
You got tickets?
No, it's expensive. And I'm like a Fairweather fan, so... Yeah.
Fairweather fan? I think you're about 15 years too late, my good friend. Doesn't exist anymore.
They do. They're. Oh, you guys are mean. I'm just gonna hang
I'm
up.
not doing anything.
That's true.
You're accessory to this, definitely. The Goo Goo Dolls are gonna like you when they see this interview. And that other guy, he ain't doing nothing.
Why are the Goo Goo Dolls watching this?
He defended us.
That's what I want to know.
He could have defended us.
Where are your closing comments?
Oh, we're just here in Toronto doing our thing.
I like the interview.
Yeah.
It's a good closing
It's
comment.
one of those things where we get to marry technology.
Oh, you should have done it with your piano. If you had a piano for this, that would have been so good.